Welcome everybody. In this video I will be discussing Cardiff Castle after I visited it in summer of 2023. While I was visiting the druid city of Cardiff, I stumbled across this magnificent building. So I hope you all enjoy this fascinating video because I know that my mind was blown with the various discoveries I made. Cardiff Castle is a medieval castle and a Victorian Gothic revival mansion which is located in the cityscape of Cardiff in South Wales, here in the United Kingdom of Great Britain. It was the largest medieval castle in mainland Europe apart from Windsor Castle, which is located in East Berkshire. The structure of Cardiff Castle was apparently built in the 11th century by Norman soldiers on top of a 3rd century Roman fort that itself was constructed over the remnants of a druid temple or druid shrine. Therefore, it would seem the Roman legions simply repurposed that structure and made it into a warlike fortification. The Druid Temple or Druid Shrine was redesigned and reconfigured, even though both the Celtic Britons and British Druids had specifically built it upon geomagnetic ley lines. Significantly, within the midway location of Cardiff Castle grounds there is a structure that is called King Arthur's Tower. From what has been mentioned in Welsh folklore, King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table would meet at King Arthur's Tower in Cardiff, just as they did in Tintagel Castle in North Cornwall. We know from the writings of a Catholic cleric from Monmouth in northeastern Wales called Geoffrey of Monmouth that he clearly stated how King Arthur was conceived at Cardiff by the potency of ceremonial magic, which an archdruid and his druid priests effectively used. King Arthur was a Celtic Briton. That in the modern age would mean King Arthur was actually a Welshman. However, during his reign as the Celtic King or Albion of Britain, he was not defined as a Welshman because the landmass which is defined as Wales today did not exist in the 5th century AD. Neither did the landmass which is named as England. King Arthur was actually the druidic king of the Celtic Britons and was revered and exalted as the divine ruler of the Sceptred Isle and the British tribes. Although so much of this history was reconfigured and reshaped by Geoffrey of Monmouth, constant speculation has been given to whether or not King Arthur actually existed in Celtic Albion or Celtic Britain. However, King Arthur most certainly existed and is a very important spiritual part of the true history of the Druid island called Albion or Britain. So the landmass Cardiff Castle is on was once used as a druid temple or druid shrine, but as you can see it has been reshaped, almost left to ruin. Britain is a very unique landmass and is situated where immensely powerful geomagnetic ley lines resonate. There is also a connection between Merlin Willett and Cardiff Castle. According to Welsh folklore and English folklore, in the 5th century AD, it was the Celt wizard known as Merlin Willett who realised there was a problem with the supernal control of Albion or Britain far beyond King Arthur's castle, and he therefore perceived a red dragon and a white dragon fighting each other. The red dragon clearly represented the Celtic Britons and the white dragon represented the Saxons. After much fighting had occurred, the red dragon finally won. In the 12th century, much of Cardiff Castle was rebuilt in stone because it was intended to protect against the possible offences of the Welsh Celts and the Saxons. But such fortifications simply added to the structure that was already there. Adding stonework was actually just another way of covering up the original purpose and the spiritual importance of Cardiff Castle. The more you look at Cardiff Castle, you will start to understand that it has been built over to almost encase the spire and its original structure. Cardiff Castle was repeatedly involved in the conflicts between the Normans, the Saxons and the Welsh Celts, who had been attacked several times in the 12th century, and then Cardiff Castle was stormed in 1404 during the revolt of Owain Glyndwr. This revolt was against King Henry Lancaster VI. Many battles occurred in between, but it was during the English Civil War, known as the War of the Roses, between 1455 to 1487, that was fought by two royal houses to gain over control of the English throne. But actual control over Cardiff Castle did not happen until 1648, when a royalist army attacked it to regain power. With so much distortion, it is very hard to give a historical timeline concerning the development of Cardiff Castle. But there was certainly a persistent long-term need to gain direct control and power over this landmass. Cardiff Castle was effectively once a shining fortress and a resonator of the intensely potent geomagnetic ley line nodes that lay within the earth. I believe this was a telluric electricity based location that could not just create energy but also access other levels of reality. It's not until you go inside this incredible structure you can see that this most certainly had another purpose. The mind-blowing design of Cardiff Castle leaves you in awe. Yes, we are told the Victorians were extravagant in the way they designed buildings, and yes, I'm sure they were. But you would not build something like Cardiff Castle unless there was another usage to these buildings. Perhaps Cardiff Castle was redesigned so the original intentions that King Arthur had for its design were nullified. By using certain sound frequencies in such rooms, the Celtic Britons were able to open dimensional vortexes into the astral plane. The Celtic Britons were able to use sacred geometry of planet Earth, which is now an aspect of the occult technology which seems to have been erased from our historical timelines. With this knowledge, Cardiff Castle might have functioned like a telluric circuit board. We will never get the full picture to this, but what you see on the ceilings of Cardiff Castle are actually forms of frequency condensed into shapes. My thoughts on this are that if you play certain harmonic sounds with musical instruments or use choral singing or install crystals and gemstones in certain locations, these aspects enhance the geomagnetic ley lines. After a certain period of time, you will begin to create a resonant field of telluric vibrancy, and the rooms in Cardiff Castle were used for some kind of ceremonial magic connected with druidism. Certain geometric vortices or dimensional portals and even frequency fields could be developed for the healing of communities in Albion or Britain. Now, of course, this has not been proven, but you only have to look at the Vedic Hindu temples of India and the Buddhist temples of Tibet to understand how this sound and vibration can effectively function. So going by the narrative, the Englishman who was a designer and architect known as William Burgess designed the inside of Cardiff Castle after meeting with the British nobleman John Stuart, the first Marquis of Bute. In 1865, John Stuart wanted William Burgess to develop and create his Gothic feudal extravaganza. The building has a clock tower, a guest tower, banqueting hall, library, a smoking room, and much more. All the rooms are designed with patterns of sacred geometry, such as octagonal shapes that have been embossed in gold and silver. As much as we just see the beauty when looking at this had a much bigger purpose. William Burgess supposedly also created many other interesting buildings, and one is just outside of Cardiff. It was named Castell Coch, the Red Castle, and is located in South Wales. Again, this building has an incredible looking interior, where patterns of sacred geometry were installed by William Burgess. This was most certainly some kind of sanctuary, and I believe these to go back a lot further, perhaps even as far back as the Upper Paleolithic Age. Additionally, nearby to Castle Coch is the Free Bear Cave, where Merlin Willett apparently used to privately reside and develop his ceremonial magic. Along with this fact, there also seems to be a huge network of subterranean passageways under these parts of Wales. Another fascinating building designed under William Burgess in 1881 is in South Kensington in West Central London, which again uses this sacred geometry. I believe these structures were already there and just redesigned by William Burgess, but what was in these original locations? We can never know for certain, but what do these geometric type structures mean? Were these buildings actually cosmic shrines that were intended to be used to elevate human consciousness? The kind of old world science is so different from today because it worked with sound and vibration. Cardiff is a beautiful city that is full of extensively obscure druidic culture, but you can see a lot of problems occurring in the midway point. Have these various telluric electricity nodes been disrupted, inverted, distorted, or even misplaced? This is then creating a distortion in the urban landscape and its surrounding environments. Were these Celtic castles originally used for a whole other purpose and over time turned into distorted relics of warfare and greed? Next to Cardiff Castle grounds you have the Gorsedd Stone Circle, but this is not an ancient circle and was constructed in 1978 for hosting the Welsh National Eisteddfod, which is the largest cultural show in mainland Europe. It is called the Gorsedd Stone Circle because the midway table stone was taken from the Gorsedd Gardens, which is next to the front of the National Museum of Cardiff. By moving this stone was there again an energetic reconfiguring, a distorting of geomagnetic ley lines. This landmass-based telluric electricity has a massive historical significance. This is by no accident. The location of the Museum of Cardiff and Gorsedd Gardens are both where the Gorsedd Stone Circle was taken. It is no doubt some sort of druidic temple or druid shrine from the times of the Arthurian Britain. Nearby in the St David's Dewy Sant shopping centre you have the city parish of St John the Baptist, which is a 12th century Celtic church. There were certain points in the church where I could feel the electrical vibrations passing through, but what was fascinating were the ornate flags in the stained glass window, as it got me thinking of the connection to Great Tartaria and the whole connection to King Arthur, the British Druids. Were they part of the heritage of Wales? These are Celtic dragons in Welsh folklore, but could they have been golden griffins? Were both these lands somehow connected? We will never know the exact answers, but on your divine quest for them, you will find magic and wonder. Did our ancestors leave these clues so we can piece the puzzle together? Thank you, everyone. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next week.